Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Gilbert's 17th Street Grill in Fort Lauderdale.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Today, just a light lunch, little light lunch. We're at Gilbert's 17th Street
Wait,
Grill.
were you expecting a party of 20?
We're cutting back.
We've got Lenore Gilbert.
back to
I'm supposed to be cutting back. I'm on my special medication,
Yes,
which
but it looks good.
yeah, and also looking good. Jim Sarney was all over me today, and we're both wearing teal because we're big Marlins fans.
This
There
is
you
one
go.
of my three shirts.
This one I haven't busted out in a long time because Jim Sarney, obviously on top of all the minutia, all the
Doesn't
things,
he need some mental help?
He
though?
does need
I mean,
mental
when you really look at what he's sending us all the time.
Jim Sarney, I don't know if you knew,
I
he
know.
used to work at the paper.
Okay.
He was a longtime sports writer, colleague of mine. He's
Right.
been retired for a while. And all he does is find obscure things all day long and text it to us in a group text.
Yeah.
Among the things he texted in the last few hours was that,
Turquoise shirts.
no, today is National Guayabera Day.
Guayabera.
Guayabera. I don't know if I'm pronouncing
Cuban
it right.
shirt.
The
It's spelled with a
Cuban
V.
What is
so
a
you don't have to-
guayabera?
You know,
So
like the
These kind of
This-
shirts.
Oh, okay.
This
okay.
shirt,
Like
this
a
is-
Cuban.
button down, lighter shirt, but
Right.
then you'll see them
It's very
white.
popular in the Cuban.
Cuba. It's a
Cuban-
big deal in
It's
Cuba.
like a Cuban
Yeah.
shirt.
Cuban shirt.
Yes.
You would have to say 2 months ago, though, this would not have fit him.
No
Would it?
way.
No,
Yeah.
no. This
Yes,
is
no. This
this
is good.
one is starting to
Oh,
swim
yeah,
in
yeah.
here, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
down
good,
another
yeah.
belt buckle. I'm
Good for
very
you.
happy. I went to the gym today, so I could take a couple of bites of all this. But
Did you walk here?
no, today because I'm wearing the
Oh.
Guayabera. If I wore
Yeah,
this, it
it
would
would've
be
been
like
shits
a wet dish rag if I walked in it. But I
Yeah.
did get my 40-minute workout in at the gym
Good.
this morning. I am raring to go. And in honor of National Guayabera Day, which I guess was started in 2010, there's a shirt manufacturer called Cubavera, which is very popular down here. The Marlins today are having a promotion where the first 3,500 fans, I didn't even know they had
You know what? They
3,500
won't, they
fans.
won't run out of shirts.
They will. They're getting. I don't know what quality of Cubavera
May as well be
Guayabera
good, yeah.
shirts they're giving away today.
Nice.
But he said, "Why don't you wear one on the show today?" And I said, "Of course."
That's a nice shirt.
Thank
no,
you.
that looks
and
good.
it feels
yeah, it looks
good.
good.
And
Did you just buy that?
I'm
or?
fitting it in. No, I have 4 of them in my closet, and I couldn't fit in them for a while. These are
Right,
the.
that makes sense.
They're not the large, the extra large. But at one point, even the extra large was getting a little. Now I could actually go
No,
to a large.
it's amazing. It
No,
really
you
is.
look good.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing the Marlins colors as you are because it is now baseball season where everybody is just focusing on baseball.
Right.
The other thing today is
Is-
July 1st. You know what it is? A national holiday in Canada. It's Canada Day. So it
I can
means,
see the overwhelming response to that.
well, we are now a hockey town. So we celebrate by re-signing all the Canadian players.
Exactly,
Then we
to stay
keep winning
here.
Stanley
okay.
Cups.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
that
that's
was
a big deal.
And then the other thing is, so in honor of Canada Day, I wore, Guayabera Day, wear the Guayabera.
Yes.
Canada Day, I'm sorry, Wellington, no tip for you. I
Yeah,
will,
you're
I will not
not
be
gonna
tipping.
tip.
right.
No, you have to have a
No.
Canadian dime.
I got to
Canadian
give it a
dime.
quarter.
Do you see many Canadian guests in the Gilberts? And I'm sure they're just all wonderful, right?
They're all wonderful, and
Yeah.
I don't worry about them tipping or not tipping, or right. Doesn't happen here.
Right.
It
This
doesn't
is
happen here.
It's pretty much a non-tipping establishment, but a lot of people do take care of Wellington. And
Seems
their
like
other
people-
Oh,
staff.
everybody does.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
work
Tip
very
well,
hard.
like-
They get taken care
Everybody
of
busts
very
his
well.
butt, so which is worth
Yeah.
it.
All right. So let's move along to the American portion of the show.
Right.
USA. 4th of July week. And it's also Defo's birthday week.
It
It
is.
was the
That,
5th of
yeah.
July. They
It is.
should have made that a national holiday.
That's okay. I don't mind having it be the day after, but yeah, it's a big number. The underplayers are very upset because the number was 73 and a hook.
Somebody established a line of how long he would last.
No, I was on the
God.
air with the guy that put that line out there. He said, "You won't
Did he
make
really?
73 and a hook," and I said, "Okay, I'll take the over on that."
I bet on you because I think, with the walk of life.
The
you
walk
take
of
care
life has
yourself.
been a life changer, and then
Yes.
you were doing some research on this, or that might have been another Sarniism, where all of these kind of very successful people have said that walking really kind of changed their whole consciousness.
Right.
Doing the walk of
It's
life.
good for your head too.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's-
exactly the.
Really
I
is
bring
good.
nothing on my walk. I don't bring any music. I don't bring a phone.
just walk.
Nothing. Just
Do you walk,
Yeah, yeah.
Lenore? Is that
Here.
something?
She's
yeah.
constantly walking.
You
I'm on my feet.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Do you
very
sit
rarely
down?
sit
Do
down.
you track your steps? Do you have any kind of
No.
tracking device?
No. I
That's a
used to.
Mayo thing. Yeah.
No, well, my daughter now has started working in the business as a server, and she has now one of these iPhone watches.
Right, that keep track of her steps.
So she did the other night. She did 14,000 steps
Wow.
during her shift. So
Really?
that's
and
that's
how much money did she make?
she's making good
Good
money.
money?
Good.
She
Good.
made.
Where's this?
I'm not saying the restaurant where she's working at, but
No, of course.
it's basically a place where she got on the floor for the first time after some training and was making tip money. She's
Right.
averaging $200 a night.
Really, but
So-
she's very personable too.
Nice.
That has a lot to do with it. Her
Yeah.
personality is very important. The food is food. She didn't make the food, but the way she presents it, the way she gives it, her interaction
yeah.
with customers is very important.
And she's organized and efficient. Like she moves, so that
nice.
It's a big
guests
team.
appreciate that. So,
Good.
but yeah, when you're on your feet, you walk a lot.
Right.
But the whole walking story, it was in the New York Times. It's just that people who walk, not only is it good for physically, but it's like head clearing, and you
Right.
do some of your best thinking and long term idea
No, I'm
creating.
ready to collapse after. I do it so I do it so I can drink 2 Budweisers when I get home. And there's nothing like it. I know you think it's a pedestrian beer, but I'll give you an example. A couple of nights ago, last week, I played tennis with my son up in Boca Raton, and we want to go to Flanagan's in Boca, and you couldn't get in. So we end up at the Beer Garden, which is a
I know
German place there.
Mhm.
All right, so I had to pay $10 a pint for one of their pilsners, and to tell you the truth, I would have much rather just gone to the 7-Eleven and paid $2 for a Budweiser,
You're-
even though
Really.
it was well done and their whole presentation was great. But we ended up having 4 beers and a pretzel. It was $60. Now I
That-
could have come here and had all of this for almost the same money.
Now you're sounding
is
like
true.
one of the Let's Eat members. But
No, I mean I was fine. There was nothing wrong with the place. It's just in
Yeah.
terms of satisfaction
when you get
after
It's very
working
bad.
up a
It's
schwitz. Yeah.
very bad when you feel you got ripped off.
I didn't
That's
feel
a
ripped
leave-
off,
No, but
but,
it's
yeah.
like that little thing that's left behind.
people
That's-
want good values and they want to
Yeah.
feel like the
I
way
want
they
to pay
got their
$10
money's
a pop
worth.
for a beer. That's all.
That's got to
At
be a really
Gilbert's-
special beer.
At Gilbert's,
all right, yeah.
people always get their money's worth because you guys have these big, huge portions. I mean, look at this. Look at this spread we've got
Yeah,
here,
this is a good
Defo.
lunch.
And this
Mayo, the
is,
fact that you shut up today, that was not good. I mean, because not shut up, but shut up. Because all of this is getting cold here, and we used to love it when you shoveled food in your face.
all right.
You have the hot dog that you wanted. Lenore brought out the spicy mustard.
Right.
You've got fries galore. You've got burgers,
Wings,
wings,
jerk chicken. We have jerk
things.
chicken.
We got
jerk
a
chicken.
fried chicken sandwich.
That was one of
We
your
got a
specialties.
bacon onion jam burger. We
Man.
got
Oh,
the
man.
very hot burger, which
The
is, I guess,
hottest.
a spicy one, which I like. So I
And-
like spice. I'm going to go in that.
and
And
you're
that
doing
has-
But-
nothing.
First of all, to celebrate the 4th of July. Well, first of all, you're going to be 7-4 on 7-5 Saturday. But this 7-4, July 4th, is obviously the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
And were you
Chestnut's back in, too.
were you a Nathan's fan growing up? Did you
Well,
eat
I
at
grew
Nathan's?
up in Brooklyn.
I know.
How could you miss that?
I know
we,
that.
We even went there. My father used to take us in the wintertime when they had
The windows are up.
boarded
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and we would go inside. We get hot dogs in there. That
Now-
was like, and that was special.
And there's
It was
something
good.
about when you go there in the summertime and you get a Nathan's hot dog right off the grill and it has that crackle,
Right.
the
burst.
casing, the bursting skin. You guys use the nice big like Hebrew National hot
Yeah.
dogs.
Yes.
Very
He's a Hebrew
flavorful
National.
dog.
Yeah.
And you were saying Joey Chestnut is back in the
He's
hot
back
dog
in the
eating.
contest, yeah. I guess,
So it's over.
They got by all of the sponsor conflicts or whatever. He was representing a artificial meat or whatever that is.
Imitation.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
company.
veg, like vegan.
Really?
Like a
Yeah, it was a real
Yeah.
weird connection.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I have to
Apparently-
say, I would much. I don't know if you serve that here in Lenore. Do you have that? You do a
Excuse me?
veggie burger,
Impossible
right?
meat? No.
The
Look at her
Impossible,
face.
though. You would never do that, would you?
No.
Because
What's the point?
truthfully, what's the point exactly? You're better off eating an actual burger.
Right.
And what do you tell people who are maybe meat free or vegan?
Have fish.
Have
No.
the chicken, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there
Or
are
chicken.
pescatarians out there, but the other
But
ones you
fish here
can
is
tell them just like
fresh.
eat the French fries and the
Oh, I
coleslaw.
sell a lot of fish.
But you
here.
have salads
Yeah.
also.
I have
Great
salads
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it's good. It's good.
No, you guys
Um,
do a great job with salads.
Good.
You do a great job with the fish, and
Yeah.
you do
Beth has joined
a
us.
great job
Beth
with the baked
Gilbert.
goods as well.
I'm enjoying the hot dog.
You make great hot dogs.
Defo, among the burgers and offerings here, which would entice
You know what?
first?
Any of them, actually. I've had a variety of the burgers here. They're all fantastic.
You want a chicken wing? I think that's.
No, I'm okay with the wings, but
You want that jerk chicken?
you know what? Among my favorites, I enjoy simplicity also. And I've had a couple of burgers with just my usual ketchup, pickle, and grilled onions.
Yes, he's
Okay.
Absolutely amazing. But all of these have been fantastic.
Okay.
I've never had anything I wasn't happy about.
he has his likes, and he loves the plain burger here. And we were talking about,
But this
With
is
him
calling my name.
it
now,
is,
right
yeah.
now.
I would
think the
can you
bacon
hear
onion-
it
That's a
saying
great burger.
Defo?
Defo.
I mean, you can
Come-
almost hear it
come
like a
to me.
chant. Yeah.
well, we can have
It's like I'm Yoho Renge
Lubie cut it in halves, and you start digging in there. But
I don't know where Lubie
Beth
went.
took a picture. I was gonna do a show of a hot dog with the picture in my
Platos.
mouth, but that's
Oh,
all
okay.
right. She's
Talking
already
about.
gonna be posting.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are again Gilbert
Good.
17th Street Grill. Everybody should know where it is. Everybody at one point should have been here.
Okay.
We had a little spill. That's
No,
okay.
It's all right.
Lubie is out of sorts today.
Yeah,
I don't
I know.
what's going on.
That's all right.
Somebody
Don't worry.
called them about
I don't
money.
think I did it, to be really
Yeah.
honest. But if you want to blame me, that's fine.
I'm gonna blame Lubie
Go
because
ahead.
it's like the way you blame Bobrovsky for all the Panthers' woes and ills and when
I
they
might take
lost
the money out.
on the lunchbox here. We just blame Lubie. What was I saying, Lenore? We are at Gilbert's,
Gilbert's, right.
1821
Did-
Did
Cordova
you
Cordova
smoke
Road.
some weed before you came in here?
No,
What's
I
going
wish
on?
I should have
What?
because no,
Nor said what.
no, I'm high on life, my friend.
Are you
And
stoned?
I am not stoned.
No,
I
he's
am,
fine. He was
I'm
just starving.
very-
He had to
early in
walk
the
and
day.
eat.
I am very sober. In fact, I make an active choice to embrace my sobriety today.
There you go.
And I'm not sure about this weekend. That's
Yeah.
going to be a long holiday weekend. And
Okay.
what are your hours for the 4th? Are you open on Friday?
Regular hours.
Regular hours.
Regular hours.
So
Nothing
you will
changes.
be open
We open
all
up
day
at 11.
Thursday, all day Friday,
Friday,
all day
Saturday,
Saturday, closed Sunday.
Close Sunday. Nothing changes. It's
So-
easy to remember.
For those who don't want to fire up the grill, and it's looking like the weather forecast is calling for a lot of rain, it might wash out
You-
cookouts, barbecues,
Keep your
and
fingers crossed.
fireworks.
And,
And
you guys will cater parties also, right?
Yes.
and you will be open. So if it's not grilling weather, come
Yeah.
on in and you could get your burgers and hot dogs.
Great
and
hot
everything.
dog, by the
Yeah, it is
Great
a
hot
very good hot dog. What's your plans for the 4th, Defo? Are you
Me?
cooking out?
I
or-
usually go right across the street to the beach and watch fireworks.
Sorry.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's very convenient for me. A1A usually gets pretty tight. People leaving the beach that have been there all day, people coming, and then they close the bridges at a certain time. But for me, it's no sweat. I just wait until darkness is approaching, bring a chair across the street, and sit there and get to catch pretty much everything that's going on from Lauderdale by the Sea to Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale Beach, Pompano, and all of that. So,
I'm just
It's really
hoping that the fireworks don't get washed out because, people do love seeing things go exploding in the night sky.
But even if it rains, they don't shoot them off.
It depends on the severity of
Yeah.
Well, the
rain,
lightning and then
because sometimes
Oh.
they can't
and
even.
stuff like that.
If there's
too.
lightning
Why?
and it's not safe, they don't want people assembling on the beach.
Okay.
had
If
a
it's-
great incident in Pompano a few years ago, though. My friend Jersey Kyle owns a seawall company, so he rented a barge to the city of Pompano Beach.
Okay.
I was sitting on a beach, we're waiting for the fireworks to start, and they're going off virtually everywhere else. And then all of a sudden, his phone rings, and the call came in, and a look of panic came across his face, and he said, "The barge is sinking. That they put the fireworks on that we rented the city." And,
my God.
So they finally got it straightened out, but I guess they had put too much weight on the thing
Right.
with the fireworks, and it was like on a little bit of a tilt there, which made it kind of dangerous, and
I would
they had
was
to
gonna
wait
s-
till they
I was
straightened it
gonna
out.
say that's not the barge's fault. That's the
But
city's
that was
fault.
inside information. I
If
mean, everybody else is wondering what the hell's going on here.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting with the guy whose boat is sinking.
And I was going to ask you what your tradition is, but you're just going to be working.
I'm
I
over
guess.
here working.
Yeah.
I don't think anything changes. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
But people, I'm sure on
But
the
it'll
way
be
back
busy
and
here.
forth to
There's-
the beach.
Yeah,
they
it'll
get
be
hungry.
busy. It
And
has been very busy.
what's happening? I
I
guess
don't know.
things at the convention
I don't
center.
know. The hotels are busy. The cruise ships are going out.
I love hearing
And the
this.
convention center has been really busy. Since they did that renovation there, they made it bigger and better. There's so much more going on there.
That's
than
great.
that.
That's
and they
good
come,
news.
And they come here.
That's
I-
even better news because
We-
they are getting ready to open that new convention center hotel in
Right.
addition to having the rehab of the convention center.
Yes.
And that hotel, you were saying, oh, I don't
Two-
know if there'll be restaurants there, but I'm like saying nobody wants to pay $100 a head every night or for every meal.
Right.
And that's where you guys come in because
Okay.
people find you, right?
Yeah. Oh, people find us. Yeah, they do. Well, people write about us all the time.
Right.
I didn't realize it at the beginning that so many people would leave here and then post something
Right.
about it, and people read about it.
They do
and
it.
then they say, "Well, because I asked people, how'd you find us?" And they say, "Well, we read about you online." I'm very non-technical.
Right.
I don't know how to go online or do anything like that.
They're of a
So
different
I'm-
generation, but it's out there. And the Let's Eat South Florida
Yeah.
group, which we are broadcasting on right now,
Yes.
206,000
Really?
members.
No kidding.
Yes, so that's
Wow.
why
Not
when I
bad.
say people love when you come on the show and you're
Oh.
like, but it's like
yeah. Well.
you've become kind of a mother figure
No,
to
they're
me.
here to see you, and they're looking at your weight
And my
loss.
shirt, my weight
Yes.
loss, and you're trying everything in your power to undo it because
Yeah, you're gonna dig into some more stuff.
all right, I'm
here,
gonna
man.
cut
I mean,
some
you
of this
really
Go
go
ahead.
burger. I'm gonna
ridiculous,
take
yeah.
a wing because I love these. These
Yeah,
are
they're
the teriyaki
Those are
ones.
grills. I think they're lemon pepper teriyaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
They're
Yeah.
great.
I love that. This for me is my
we-
perfection. I just love a
He's-
simple grilled meat
Yeah.
without too
Without
much
a whole
fuss.
much stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
and you know me,
Well, we try not to make it that complicated.
No.
You know.
I'm saying
Um,
nowadays fried foods are kind of like, as much as I love fried foods, they don't love me anymore, especially
Okay.
with
You
the
have
new
to watch it.
medication.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I
Well,
moderate my
In
intake.
moderation.
I
Yeah.
love your coleslaws. You have the two
Oh,
kinds here, right?
yeah.
There's the Asian slaw.
That I believe is the Asian
Yes.
slaw.
hmm
And
And then
then-
the classic.
The classic coleslaw, and then we also make a broccoli slaw that comes with the ahi tuna.
Nice.
I do a broccoli slaw here. You'd never know you're eating broccoli. It's really good.
Which I had last time
Yeah, it's really good.
because I was trying to eat lighter and healthier.
Yeah, but we're trying to make a July 4th thing and not a
And
fish
not a-
fry. What?
We'll come up.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah, that
come
was
in with a hot
immediate.
dog.
I think they ate it before the show went on.
Beth is over here saying, "You ate the hot dog already?" I was like, "Yeah." Now, if you
I ate half of it.
They split the hot dog.
he ate half of it. He didn't eat the bun. But here's the thing: when you say Fourth of July, I think Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and I
Yes.
just want to eat hot dogs continuously.
I like the continuous.
I don't
Oh.
need to have any more, unless you want to get video of me like trying to,
He wanted to
That's
know
it.
if we ever went down to Coney Island to Nathan's Tap. Didn't we drive down from where we yeah.
But
we
you
went-
went to eat there.
We went
But-
in the middle of the winter. We
Right,
would
in the
drive
winter.
down. And
Now,
yeah,
here's a
It was
question.
cool.
They used to have some Nathans all over
No, the original.
the original one on Coney Island is the one to go to.
Yeah.
But besides having hot dogs, they also had things like clams on the half shell.
Yes.
And they also had the weirdest thing ever you would never expect to find
Yes.
at a Nathan's, chow mein on a bun. Did you ever have that at
I would
Nathan's?
never go to Nathan's for chow mein on a bun.
They did
Did
not.
you
I
have
hear that, or
You-
have-
yeah,
I
that's
never
a,
heard of that.
That's a made up story.
I think you
It's-
made that up.
It is not a made up
You
story.
ate it. You actually ate it.
I've eaten I've eaten almost like everything on the Nathan's menu.
I have never heard of that.
And it was
didn't-
like one of those wintertime things when it's like cold and dreary.
Yeah.
And we had one at our local shopping mall in Brooklyn, Kings
Oh.
Plaza. And
Yeah.
my buddy I grew up with,
Go ahead.
Bill Sherman, he just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Bill.
Okay.
He loved getting their hamburgers and also the chow mein on a bun. He was a freak. He didn't like the hot dogs.
Chow mein on the
Really?
bun. Wow.
Chow mein
I
on
don't
a
remember
bun.
that. Yeah.
Larry Marks, if you're watching
Yep.
today,
Call us.
Great Let's Eat South Florida member. He knows what I'm talking about because I think he posted about it on the Let's Eat group once.
Really?
About where do I find chow mein on a bun? I used to have it
Oh,
at
huh.
Nathan's.
Yeah.
It's a real
Bring your own
sandwich.
bun.
According to AI,
Oh,
it's a hamburger bun filled with chow mein noodles and
There you go.
gravy.
Yes, and is it at anywhere else besides Nathan's or
It says it was popular item for a period of time, though not all Nathan's locations offered it.
they didn't have it in Coney Island.
I
You
think
had
they
it
They
in-
did.
must have. They
Really?
must have.
I
yeah.
think it originated.
I-
And I thank you, Beth. You are a woman of knowledge.
That's also known as Chat GPT. All right, that's not my woman of knowledge.
No, but you had a skeptical eyebrow raised about my contention that I ate this, and then you did the research and you
Right.
realized that I am not
Well,
a BSer. I have,
Right.
I just remember my dad taking us there in the middle of the night. It was freezing cold. He
Right.
left the car running on the street with nobody in it. And he would go inside and buy like 20 bags of French fries. And we all get a hot dog and we'd go home.
Did
like,
you use
literally.
the coupons? Because my mother belonged to
No,
the
I don't think
Nathan's
he
coupon
never
club.
was a coupon person. But
Every month, my mother would get in her, and this was because I'm going to say this is probably in the 90s when there was email, and she
Mhm.
had an AOL account. My mom, God bless her, even into her, advanced age, when she didn't, she passed at 91, but she
Wow.
she had an iPhone and she loved getting on there, and she knew email. She belonged to the Nathan's Coupon Club. Every month it would show
She
up
would
that
get a coupon.
you would get a coupon. You buy one hot dog, you get the second hot dog for 5 cents.
wow.
Wow.
You would get,
Really?
and then they would also sometimes offer
Imagine
BOGOs.
dad clipping coupons.
Yeah, my husband would never do that.
You would get
That one.
BOGOs sometimes, French fry coupons. So if you buy
Really?
one French fries, you get the second French
He
fry
could have
for
used
free.
that because we had a
bought-
freezer full of Nathan's French fries.
We would buy them and bring them home to freeze them.
That's
Yeah.
that's a little weird.
Yeah, because we lived in Rockland County, so
Right,
it was a long
But didn't
ride.
you own a catering firm? Didn't you make your own French fries?
Not like Nathan's.
They were the best fries.
They were the
really
best.
were. We ate them in the car with a hot dog on the way home. They
Yeah.
never half of it didn't even make it home.
No, you have to eat them fresh. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, I'm going to
with
tell.
those little red forks. That
I'm
they
going to
gave
spill
you.
the beans on my brother Burl, who now lives down here. He once got in an auto wreck, I think, after stopping at Nathan's late night, and he was reaching for the French fries in the other seat, and he ended up swerving and
Oh,
hit
no.
something. So,
Is he all right?
oh, he's fine now. Well, I mean, he's not all right, but it has nothing to do with that wreck. That was like 40 years ago. But no, those Nathan's French fries, like you said, you'd think McDonald's French fries, people always eat them before they get home. They open
Yeah,
the bag,
of
but those
course.
Nathan's are even better. Big, fat, crinkle cut
Right.
fries.
So good.
They
And
were
when
good.
they were right out of the fry. But talking about fries, the sweet potato fries
Sweet
here,
potato fries are really good.
it's an all-time. It's in my top
Yeah.
5.
People like them. People like them a lot.
I like them
Okay.
a lot, and I like dunking them in either not ketchup so much. I like the sweet potato fries just plain or with a little mayonnaise,
The ranch.
the ranch, the mayo, these things. So, all right,
Okay.
you want to take our first break? I think we should take
Let's
the
do it.
first break, and before we do, let's talk about Even Keel and the big event we have coming up in August. It is called Pearl Jam by the Sea. It's a celebration of the oysters. And we're also going to be jamming with some good tunes from a band that's going to be playing some Pearl Jam songs. And we
Nice.
also have unlimited sparkling wine, beverages, Bellini bar. We're going to also have a paella station with a big paella drum.
Nice.
And there's going to be all kinds of special treats. I think we are also going to be adding a new bonus for the VIP customers, and then also available as a supplement. I saw Dave from Even Keel yesterday there, Lauderdale by the Sea, commercial on A1A. He had a caviar rep, and there's a new caviar product out of Uruguay, of all places.
Really?
And they're farm-raised small fish that they farm-raised the little eggs, the caviar.
Right.
And I think we're going to be doing caviar bumps and supplements
Oh wow! Oh, for the VIP.
for the VIP,
Oh,
and
that's great.
also have it
Nice.
available for everybody if
Oh,
they want
nice.
to pay.
I love
We
that.
haven't come up with the particulars, but you know me, I love my caviar,
Yes.
and
Yeah, it's
it's
fantastic.
all part of the fun. August 9th, 12 to 3 p.m. Few VIP tickets left, but the general admission, if you want to get them, you can by going on to eventbrite.com. It's oysterpearljam.eventbrite.com.
Yep.
And if you use the promo code Lunchbox, you save an extra $10 off the already low price. So instead of $75, $65 for all the oysters that you care to eat, along with
Nice.
the unlimited
That's a lot of fun.
sparkling beverages, paella, and more. It's going to be fun. Go
Cool.
online to eventbrite.com now. Get your tickets today. All right.
Perfect.
Let us take our first break, and then we'll come back and we'll start getting to work on the rest of these beautiful
Right. We're
4th
going to
of
cut
July.
them. Yes.
We're going to cut them.
Cut them.
We're going to eat them.
I'm going to get
We're
a
going to
knife.
have a good time. And we want
Perfect.
everybody to come in here also. July 4th weekend. Going to be
Oh,
great
yeah.
here. Yep. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years. Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. The kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We're at Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. We're with Lenore Gilbert, and
Yes.
she has prepared a 4th of July feast for us, even though it's only the 1st of July.
Right.
And I am digging this. This is a new burger on the menu, the hot burger.
The hottest burger.
The
Yeah.
hottest burger.
It's called
Yes.
the hottest burger. Wow.
Chef makes his own hot sauce, and it has ghost pepper jack
Oh,
cheese
wow.
on it and bacon.
Nice.
Bacon makes everything better.
It does. So I took a bite of this hottest burger, and
Right.
it is good for the summertime because I like to sweat in the summer, and we're going to do it anyway. So,
There you go.
but the ghost pepper and the cheese, the hot cheese, a perfectly cooked burger here. Look at this, medium rare. That is like a beautiful, delicious burger. And
If people are afraid that the ghost pepper jack is too hot, we also have regular pepper jack here.
all right,
You want to
nice.
turn it down.
I happen to like spicy food, and what I've done is I've cooled it down a little bit by putting some mayonnaise on it.
Definitely.
And then I have a little bit of your classic coleslaw on the side to chase it with.
There's a plan.
And your classic coleslaw is very good.
Yeah.
It's just like it reminds me of the delis in Brooklyn I
Yeah.
used to go to.
Well,
Yeah.
we make it. We
Yeah.
make the dressing too, so
Nice.
it comes out good.
All right. Well, I'm going in. Defo is chowing down on the bacon jam.
Very
burger.
tasty, man. That thing is great.
Are you
Yeah.
going keto? You're going.
What's on there?
It's a maple bacon jam. The chef makes it
They're
jam.
really,
or jelly.
really nice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it wouldn't normally be something I would think, okay, that's
Well,
what I
it
want on
took-
a burger.
I
But
think it takes them a long time to make it because it has to reduce in a very large pot, so it becomes like thick,
Really good.
jelly-like, jam-like.
wow.
Well,
that would
but
be
it's good.
Chef Corwin.
Corwin
of
does
a
course,
great
his
job.
best
Great job.
husband
Yes,
and the
my son-in-law.
chief chef here at Gilbert's, and he's always coming up creating new burgers.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
He does not rest on his laurels.
Yeah. No.
You said things have been very
Things have-
pleasingly busy here.
right.
What do people order in the summertime? Does it change from the seasons here, or does everybody still just get the
No.
usual?
The usual, everything. Whatever's on the menu. If there was something that didn't really sell here that people, I would take it off the menu because the only thing people complain about is the menu is too big.
Really?
So really, I'm being honest. I'm not being funny. I was trying to,
It's a
if
nice
so-
size.
it would
but
be-
it's-
if something didn't sell, I would be more than happy to take it off the menu to make the more room. But everything sells, everybody, and people come in here with specific burgers in mind.
funny.
They know what they're looking for before they get here.
And
I
I love the mushroom and onion burger with
Yeah.
the cheddar cheese,
that
well,
has
that's-
Swiss or provolone.
Swiss or provolone. I have it wrong, but sometimes
That's all
I
right. Don't worry
adjust.
about it. You
And
can
then, of
change it
course, there's the
English
the
muffin.
Havarti
Yep.
on the English
bacon
muffin.
on the English muffin with
Muffin.
the garlic butter.
Yeah.
That is classic.
And the brie burger and the goat cheese burger, and the Dominican burger with the over easy fried egg on it.
and
It
now
could
you've
just
got
go on
the
and
bacon
on.
onion jam burger.
Yeah, that's a good burger.
The hottest burger is it? It's a newcomer. Or has it been here for a little
No,
bit?
you just weren't looking at it.
I
It's
wasn't
been here
looking
a
at it.
long time.
Really?
Yeah, it's been here a long
Where have
time.
I been?
You were looking at other stuff.
I've been head first into the
Yeah.
the English muffin with
Well,
the
we were
Havarti
also
burger.
we were also before the 4th of July. We were also featuring more fish and more chicken. So
Right.
there was a lot of other things here.
I tell you
you know.
what, once again, I
Yeah.
am defeating Ozempic because this is so good. I'm going to devour this whole half a burger.
It's okay. Go
I had
ahead. We're
one
watching
wing,
you.
a half a hot dog, and a half a burger.
Yeah, I
That's a
know.
lot for me these days.
I know.
And I might pay the price later, but right
Okay.
now it's so good. Oh,
I just don't want to see it on your shirt.
No, that
No.
would not be great.
And you're
I'm
doing
being-
good.
extra careful.
It's almost a guarantee, though. You know this is happening. You have a stain remover right here?
No.
I do. I have we have all
A
these little
stain
bottles
stick?
of shout. So you shout it out. It's all good.
Oh, All
Um,
right.
so, anything else going on summertime once we get past 4th of July? It's just the.
It's just the summer, a long, hot summer. A lot of people here at the beach, a lot of people coming in from out of town. Cruise ships are constantly going out. So you've got this influx of people coming and going. It's just, people like it here.
Yeah.
People come here. They like, and I'm not just talking about the restaurant. They just come to this area.
Yeah.
There's a lot to see, a lot to do. People are nice. It seems to be a very safe environment for everybody.
Yep.
I mean, people
this
with
corridor is
Yeah,
just,
beautiful.
it's
Right.
always one of those things. You
17th
got
Street is
hotels, you got the convention center, you got the port
right.
close to the airport.
Right.
and
And now,
it's convenient.
yeah, and we've been here almost 17 years on 17th Street.
That's amazing.
That's it. 17
that's
on
cool.
17.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's
Somebody
like
brought
Defo,
that up to us. Somebody,
7-4 on 7-5. Next year, 7-5 on 7-5.
Yeah, golden.
We're gonna have to have
Yeah,
a
you gotta-
huge celebration.
are we going to Las Vegas or something?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
did that for the
tell him
70th.
that story.
I
Yeah,
did.
you
I
ran
told
into
him.
a friend.
Yeah.
I had a customer here who wanted to say hi to him, and he remembered that he went to his birthday in Las Vegas.
It's quite a
And
celebration.
He wanted me
70th.
to say, "You remember it?" He wasn't sure
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember
It
it.
was, it was his 70th. It wasn't like his 21st.
I don't know how much partying they did.
I think
Oh,
they
you
did
did
a
a
lot.
lot.
We all had a great time. It really was fantastic.
That was the geezers at Caesars, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of geezers there that were approaching 70 also. But no, it's a great place to celebrate anything.
And it seemed like only yesterday. Can you believe it was 4 years ago?
That's really amazing. Yeah, when you think back,
Right.
time flies.
That's
You know,
true.
everybody says that. As you get older, it seems like, look, we're halfway through 2025.
Man,
Who
it's
would have thought
crazy.
that? I was in Vegas for the 2000 celebration,
Jesus.
bicentennial, and I can't imagine I was 25 years ago.
Hmm.
Well,
Can't
that
imagine.
was 2000, yeah. And then the actual U.S. bicentennial was 1976. I
Right.
remember the tall ships sailing into New York Harbor. I was a 10-year-old lad, and
Right.
Gerald Ford was president. And
Oh, wow.
everybody was wearing their win buttons for whip inflation now. And there were long lines at the gas stations because there was a
gas
oil
problem.
crisis. Do you
Yeah.
remember all these? It's funny what I remember from my
Odd
childhood.
and even days when you could
Yeah.
buy gas. You
Depending
remember
on
that?
the license plate.
Sure.
People
You'd
don't.
run out of gas while you were online, and then several
You
people
know,
would be pushing the
push
cars
you-
in. It
roll
was-
you up.
and then
No,
you could
we-
only get like $8 worth of gas,
Yeah.
but it was enough to
We
fill two
had-
That
cars.
was a sad time.
We,
That
it was a sad time, but
It
at
was
least we
sad.
had it tough. Nowadays, Lenore, if Facebook goes out for a half hour, people are
Oh,
throwing
freaking.
shit, spit fits.
Yeah.
Like they can't even survive. It's a different world now.
I
People
know.
are really soft and spoiled.
Well,
But
you know, whatever. Whatever. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
All I know is, I think July, which we are now in, July
ahead.
1st.
Today is the first.
Happy
Yep.
Canada Day. Also,
Yes.
There you go.
go drink a Molson or a Labatt's or hoist a Stanley Cup, as
Yeah.
the case may
We
be.
have Labatt Blue here.
You
Oh,
do?
you do?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
Richard,
that's
my
funny.
I
son.
might have to
wait.
chug one in the last segment
Okay,
for Canada Day,
Okay, my son graduated University of Buffalo,
right?
and
Which
when
is
he was
right
going to
across.
college there, he was too young to buy beer in the United States, so they'd have to go across,
right
the
across
bridge.
Oh,
Niagara
and
Falls.
that's he drank Labatt Blue, and because
So he got into
We
it.
This
get-
is Richie. He went to SUNY Buffalo.
yeah,
I did not know
graduated
that.
in 4 years.
A bunch of
Yeah.
a bunch of my good buddies went
Yeah.
to. Two of my good buddies went to SUNY Buffalo.
Anyway, so what happened was when we opened up this restaurant, we realized there were so many Canadians coming in and out, traveling here. We have Labatt Blue here,
That's great.
and people are so
Right.
surprised.
Oh, good.
And then
And,
I
they
have
buy
to
it.
tell
The
them-
Canadians
Oh, they
buy
love
it,
it. Oh,
and then they leave you a Canadian dime.
no, they don't.
They pay you in American dollars.
Are there Canadian dimes?
Yes,
Yes,
there
my
are.
father was a server in the Catskills,
Yeah.
and one year, I got to tell this story again because I
He
love
was
my
a waiter
father.
in the mountains. Are you
When he was
kidding?
going to dental school.
Oh my God!
And he was married young to my mom, and they needed money. So in the summers,
He went and worked in the mountains.
he worked in the mountains. A guy named Dave. Oh God, I forget the name of the resort,
Go ahead.
but he basically would. You know how it worked. You
Yeah.
have guests come in, and
My
they would be
son-
there for the full week,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the week, they would leave you
Nice
a
tips.
tip.
But wait a
Usually
minute.
back in the day, this is in the early 50s, it would be, $10 or $20 for a full
Right.
week's worth of 3-meal-a-day service, right?
Right.
At the end of the week, he had some Canadian guests, and he was confronted not by any US dollars or even Canadian dollars. It was a stack of 10 Canadian dimes.
Really?
And my father,
What did he do?
so,
Go ahead.
and my father, he was the most even-tempered, mellow, not like
Yeah.
me. He wasn't high-strung. He didn't get angry.
Yeah,
World's nicest guy.
until you push
He-
that button.
He picks up the dimes.
yeah.
He goes out to the parking lot where they were going out to, and
Yeah.
he says, "Excuse me, sir, I think you forgot something."
Jesus. My husband worked in
And they
the
were like,
mountains.
"No, that's for you." And he was like, "No."
That's
You need this
fear.
more than I do.
Yeah. God. No.
Did he handle that right or wrong?
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah,
He's supposed to not do
he
anything.
did.
My father's dead,
but-
by the way,
but-
so don't say anything too bad.
Well, but my husband worked as a waiter in the mountains too. When
Oh,
he was
that's
going
funny.
to college down here,
Okay.
he worked in the mountains over the summertime, but he made a lot of money.
Which was there?
He was at the Laurels.
Okay.
Laurels Hotel. There was a lot of young people. There
All
was a lot
these
of good, a lot of
places
partying
gone
times.
now.
Yeah.
Place, maybe my brother could chime in if he's watching. He'll remember the name of the place. But did you ever go and hang out in the Catskills Mountains during
Yeah.
the summer?
Was there many, many times. Of course, I gravitated towards Monticello Raceway.
Oh yeah,
I
the
I was
track.
there. Spent my time cursing out Carmine Abatello, which he had, hauled up there from Roosevelt and Yonkers. But
Yeah.
no, it was a good spot. A Brown Hotel.
Brown's
Oh,
Hotel.
Brown's.
Yeah,
Brown's was
that
a
was the place.
classic.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Concord.
I never
the,
worked there, but
Well, there was
I was up there, yeah.
Grossinger's,
Grossinger's,
Concord,
Concord
the
with the
Pines,
big
the
one.
Pines, the Laurels.
The Laurels. Oh, there was the Homoac Lodge, which was a little bit smaller. That
Yeah.
I went there one time. Oh, my brother chimed in.
Oh,
The
hi.
Tamarack Lodge was the name of the hotel my dad worked at. Dave Levinson was the owner.
Really?
So
Oh wow.
shows you what we remember. That was the early 50s. I'll never forget that story because my father told it a lot.
And it was a great departure from the city. It really was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Now and like you said, Monticello Raceway. I spent some afternoons and evenings there when I went to Boy Scout
Yeah.
camp because that's where I first learned to drink and
Nice.
gamble was in the Boy Scouts.
You were in Boy Scout camp and they let you go to the track.
I was one of the senior leaders, and
They were
like,
trotters.
Oh, you
They
were
weren't
the
flats.
Trotters, yeah.
They were trotters.
yeah, I was
and
actually
to say, I mean, I don't want to use the word like fixed, but
Oh really?
some of the results were highly suspect.
there were some stiff jobs going on there. Let's face it. But the other thing I love about Monticello, besides the raceway,
Yeah, it was.
Kaplan's Delicatessen. Do you remember
Yeah,
on
Kaplan's.
Broadway? There
Yeah,
was a
and what about Lefties?
Lefties? I never went to.
Oh, Lefties was.
We would
cool.
go to
Lefties
Kaplan's
was
because
cool.
they had the greatest club rolls, and that's something that people outside of New York, where
Yeah.
everybody gets now deli meat on rye bread, but we used to get these combo pastrami corned beef sandwiches on club rolls. Do you know what
Not Kaiser rolls, clubs.
No, the
Yeah,
club roll
clubs.
is like a little. It was, it was
long, like a hoagie roll.
like,
Yeah, it's
a
like a short
hoagie
hoagie,
roll,
right?
like an Italian hero loaf, except shorter and a little bit like thicker in terms of the consistency
And more
of the
stuff
bread.
meat that we didn't need for heart disease.
Right, but we got Lipitor now, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
there you go.
All right, it's been a nice trip down memory lane here,
Yeah.
the Catskill
Okay.
Mountains. Now we all go to the other side of the Catskills and Saratoga and the Lake George
Oh,
region.
Saratoga's nice.
Yeah, they're opening up. Opening day, Defo,
Yeah,
is July 10th, Thursday, July 10th for
Nice.
Around the corner.
Saratoga. They're going to
Nice.
be running through Labor
Beautiful
Day.
track.
And I hope to get up there at some point. So
Yeah.
all good. All right, let's take our second break. Before we do, let's put out a good, quick, kind word for our friends at Tropical Acres Steakhouse. It is a classic. It's been around longer than Defo, longer than Lenore. It's 76 plus years.
Oh,
Wow.
They've
definitely.
been open since 1949.
Wow.
And we love them because tonight is Tuesday. It's half price wine night. They also have twin lobster specials going all summer long,
Nice.
Monday through Friday, while supplies last. $39. How's this for a deal? Do you eat lobster, like the main
Yes.
lobster? Yeah, two of them. The little twins, pound and
Yeah,
a quarter
right.
ones,
Pound and a quarter.
steamed fresh, coming in from New England every day. And $39 for two of them with
Nice.
salad and a side dish. They do that
That's a great
Monday through
deal.
Friday. It is a great deal.
That's a great deal.
That's why we love Tropical Acres,
Mm.
2500 Griffin Road. They're going to be open for July 4th, just like here at Gilbert's. They will be open Friday and Saturday, and their usual day off is also Sunday. So
Like
they're
us.
closed on
Yeah.
Sunday, just like you.
Yeah.
They like family day for
Yeah, I think it's
for their
important.
employees. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a reservation in there over this long holiday weekend, give them a call, 954-989-2500. We love Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take our second break. And then we're going to continue eating and kibitzing and
Good.
reminiscing about the good old days with Lenore. And then we got to talk about ice cream, too, or
Yeah.
shakes. Do you still do the shakes?
No. Oh,
Oh,
only.
okay. That's
well,
all right.
Sometimes it depends. Sometimes.
Because it's
Why,
National
you
Ice
need a
Cream
shake
Month. No, I
now?
don't need anything, but I love your shakes.
You're like a little
You
kid.
gotta ask
You're
Beth.
like,
All
you're like
right.
my,
You have to ask
my
Beth.
cat or my dog.
That's all
The
good.
machine scares me.
There's plenty of obviously.
Yeah, when I'm
your
having
baked
you
goods
go
great.
and do things.
All right, let's take the second break and then I'll continue my kvetching after this. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And the summer specials are sizzling with BOGO lunch sandwiches every weekday from noon to 5 p.m. in June and July, Miami Spice menu in August, September, and drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information, go to tavernakima.com. When I get a craving for real Southern barbecue, Fat Boys Barbecue is the place that I call home. Cooked low and slow with proper smoke and dry rub goodness, Fat Boys has some of the best ribs, brisket, burnt ends, pulled pork, and chicken around. 5 delectable sauces and the tastiest collard greens, candied yams, and cornbread this side of heaven. 4 locations, including Deerfield, Coral Springs, Cypress Creek Road, and their newest location in downtown Fort Lauderdale, 706 South Federal Highway. Open 7 days with great lunch specials, online ordering, delivery, catering, and food trucks for your next event. To order, go to fatboysbarbecue.com today. That's Fat Boys with a Z, as in amazing. Wow, I've got my mouth full. I'm so busy complaining about, well, it's National Ice Cream Month, and I know at one point you used to do the great shakes here, and
Right.
Seth Gonzalez of Burger Beast loved your key lime pie shakes.
Yeah, I know.
But we're making this
We'll
is,
have-
I think, even something better.
Well, for Canadian Day.
Yeah, nice.
There you go.
Defo, me and
Yeah,
you, we
Canada.
got our Labatt's Blue.
I can't believe Lubie's not
Canadian
partaking.
is finest
Do you want
beer.
one too?
I'm okay. Let them enjoy their Labatt's. It's
And
fine.
I'm getting the hottest burger with the coolest
Thank you
beer.
for asking.
Okay,
Very nice.
this is cool.
Oh man, that's good. That
that
brings
good?
me back. It brings me
You
back
like-
to
It's very
Upstate New
popular here.
York.
Not a
lot of
bad
people-
beer.
No, it's nice.
Yeah.
Labatt's is one of back in my college dorm. We drank a lot of Labatt's, a lot of
Yeah.
Molson Ice because it had the higher alcohol content.
All right, that I don't know.
Yeah,
We,
yeah, I have a history.
a
When you're
beer
in
with
college,
beer.
what do you want?
Substance abuse. No, this Labatt's Blue is very, very smooth,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
unlike the ones that you
Yeah.
find up in your Boca Beer Garden, this
No,
is
Beer
not
Garden
$10
had great beers. It
Yeah.
just they were $10 a pop,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
if you just played ball or whatever, like we did,
They're heavier
you're
beers,
looking to down a couple, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're
That's
you're
good.
$40 in a beer for 4 beers. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
well, and you serve beer and wine here, right?
Yeah, I
It's,
serve beer and wine. Yeah,
And do they sell? Because a lot of
a lot of it.
it.
A lot of it. And
because
well,
What
we
goes
get a
better
lot
with a
of,
burger
we get a
than
lot of
beer?
Canadians in here, and as soon as they,
Yeah, they love
see
beer.
it, they see it in the showcase there. They say, "Oh, you have Canadian beer here? Look at that! How do you have Canadian beer?"
they
And make a big deal.
they feel seen, as the kids
Yes,
say.
Is that
yes,
what it
I
is?
feel seen.
Acknowledged.
Yes,
Acknowledged.
yeah,
Yes.
Acknowledged.
And everybody loves acknowledgement, and this
No.
is a mighty fine beer. It goes great with the burgers, so
Yeah.
why not? You
Yeah.
know, when I come here, I usually, I've been better. I'm not a soda person. Do you drink
Oh.
soda?
Oh, some, but not a lot.
Diet or regular?
Regular. Might as well go high test. I don't know.
So I know you guys, you're not closed 4th of July.
No,
Are you
well,
guys are open 7
Are
days
you
a week?
listening?
No,
They're open all day Friday.
hello.
Oh, 6 days a week, closed Sundays.
Yes.
Yes.
6 days a week,
Closed
closed Sundays.
Do you guys, because I know you guys really work hard here. Everyone here works really hard. Does anyone, are these vacations? Like, what are you guys looking forward to this summer in that regard? Does anyone?
Well, certain people take certain times off.
'Cause I know
during
down in the
year.
restaurant business, this is a lot of the time. This is the time of year, a lot of the time where they'll push for take your
The
vacation
question
now.
is,
you know?
guys
Right.
don't shut down for a 2-week hiatus or
No.
1-week hiatus.
No.
Yeah. Right. You
No.
go all
No,
throughout
and
the
if people
year.
if people work here and they take vacations, that's not a problem.
You
They're
schedule
entitled
them.
to it,
There's other
and
people.
everybody fills in for the person. I'm very lucky. The guys who work here, anybody can do almost anybody else's job,
That's
maybe
huge.
except for the chef. But there's always somebody who can fill in and is willing to work extra time, so somebody could go away on vacation. Joe had his son graduated from high school, is going to college now.
Nice.
He made a big party at his house. They had
Oh, nice.
a lot of people, and he needed a couple of days off to do that. So the other guys filled in. Everybody does what they have to do. Another guy had a baby, so he had to take off time.
That's good.
It's
But
it's very
people
nice.
get the time they need. But for people who need their burger fix,
Right, we're
you can
here.
come here
Monday through
52
Saturday.
weeks a year.
Yeah.
And you're going to be open. But
Right.
no, the Lubie mentions it because I did start a thread on Let's Eat the other day, because there are restaurants that do shut for a week, 2 weeks, or even the entire month. I was
No.
surprised that restaurants do that down here.
I don't.
We started a list and it started trickling in.
Well, there were a lot of
So
restaurants.
here's the
do
one that surprised me. The entire month of July closed. Rainbow Palace, the high-end
Chinese
Chinese
restaurant.
restaurant on Oakland
Really?
Park Boulevard, right across from our friend Joey Esposito at Cafe Seville, which is not closed at all.
They closed
take a
for the
day.
whole month.
The whole month of
Really?
July.
Wow.
Must be nice, right? And
Yeah.
there's a couple other ones. Our friend Luke's
That-
Seafood out in Davie is closed. A lot of people are taking this week because the holiday falling on a Friday, and
Really.
it seems like kids go away or the
I think
families and
closing down for a vacation for a whole business is more like old school. I
Mm.
don't think
Yeah, that's what it
that
feels like, right?
people. Yeah, it feels like old school. Something that was done many
Well,
years ago, and
my-
they continue it. You don't start a restaurant now
well,
and then decide to
That's
close
my
for a month.
curiosity is that because you've now run multiple restaurants that have been very
Yes.
successful, and you gave me a look. I wasn't trying. I know you're not closed.
No,
what I
so-
was saying is, I know places do it, so I'm curious how
so
is that good or bad? Like, I
I don't know.
Well, let me run down the list. Okay, here's what I know.
good.
Luke's in Seafood in
and they're mom
Davie
and
is
pop.
closed
If
this
they,
week
if they want anytime
till
off, they have
till
to close.
June
Like, that's-
to July 8th.
Right.
There's a tavern, Billy's Tavern on State Road 84 in
Oh,
Davie
okay.
is also closed for this entire week. There's 2 restaurants run by the same outfit up in Delray called Rose's Daughter and Brule Bistro.
Yeah.
They are closed, one of them for 2 weeks until the 14th, one of them till the 12th. There's a whole list on Let's Eat South Florida if you just hit the featured pin section.
Yeah.
And Daniel's, our sponsor, the new steakhouse and the sports bar next to it are closed this week. They are closed and reopening now on Tuesday, also July 8th. So a bunch of Gianni's, very popular Italian restaurant
We
in your
talked
neck of the
about them,
woods
yeah.
in Pompano. I think they closed for a stretch. I don't know if it's 2 weeks. It's usually around in August.
Yeah.
And
Do they
so
do they use that time for like renovations
Yes.
or things?
a lot in
you
the
know-
case of Billy's and a bunch of other places, they do it for freshening, some renovations. It gives the staff a break.
Really?
And the owners around usually supervising some either new, roof or in windows
Right.
or all these things. And it's,
Oh.
but again, go
It's-
online onto the Let's Eat group and click on the featured. You'll see some
Right.
of them. And if you know of any, just add
Oh,
it to
add,
the
yeah.
list. Yeah. Because what's frustrating for people is
Go
if
ahead.
they don't know about it and they show up and they're like, oh, it's closed, you know, and then
Okay.
it's
Well,
so-
now that's my thing is we've had that with our friend that Brian with Wicked, where he will tell people they'll show up, still be mad, and does that
They'll be
turn
mad.
you? Yeah, they'll be mad, and he said it ahead of time. They'll show up and they'll blame you, and it's like I'm closed every Tuesday.
well,
Like,
he's closed Tuesdays
But
now. Our friend Alex at Wands is closed
people
on
will threaten,
Tuesdays.
I won't come back. You know, like I'm curious if that really does turn people
I've
away.
never had a customer who got upset about the fact that we close on Sunday.
No,
ever.
I mean, you should
Nobody
know
has
the
ever
schedule.
said.
They
Yeah.
shouldn't.
But you have to understand, I've been here 17 years,
Yeah,
so
you
I
need a
mean,
break.
everybody knows. No,
Well,
so everybody knows
know.
what
yeah,
we're doing. They
you have
can't
a
get
set
mad.
schedule. It's become
Right.
set in stone. It's listed on the website
Right.
and on the
Yep.
various
Yep.
apps.
Right.
So it's known. It's when these, I guess, out of the blue, close for a week, it can kind of trip people up. And it's like our friend Danny Surfer down at Blue Collar goes. His,
Yeah.
you made a face the way he makes a
Yeah,
face
she
because
made the face that he made the same face. when I brought it up to him.
his restaurants. He owns 2 of them down in Miami. There's Mignonette, which is a great seafood place, and Blue Collar. They are open 7 days a week, and because he came up under the wing of Chef Alan Susser, and Chef Allen's was open 7 days a week, even though it was very slow on Mondays,
Right.
particularly in the summertime. And Danny went to Chef Allen and said, "Why don't you just close on Monday?" He goes, "Danny, because if somebody shows up and we're closed on a certain day, they never remember which day. All they remember is we
were closed.
we weren't there for them." So
Oh,
That's my fear.
he always
I don't
he
know.
wouldn't even take the one Monday off that a lot of people did. But
Oh.
I there's
I'm
no
not
right or wrong
judging
answer.
anyone. I'm just curious.
we
Like,
we did it right from the beginning. I've never had anybody. I've had people say, "Oh, you're closed on Sunday," but never where they were upset or angry or
Yeah.
didn't
And
understand.
I think
I always tell people you can't run a restaurant with these ovens and these grills
Every
7
day.
days a week.
Yeah.
Something is bound to break.
yeah.
right.
I
you
mean,
got to give it a
you
rest.
can't.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I
give
think
the
like
people a
peak
rest. You got to give the equipment a rest.
Right.
Yep.
And
It's like
you
woo
know,
kind of thing.
Yeah. So, and again, I like the old school thing where Sunday is family
Yeah, I
day.
totally
Right.
get it.
You're off Sunday. Tropical Acres is off on Sunday. Our friend Joey at Cafe Seville is off on
Chick-fil-A is
Sunday.
notoriously closed
Well,
on
that's
Sunday.
for
Yeah,
other
well,
reasons.
that's forever.
That's
Yeah.
that's biblical in nature.
Yeah.
Oh, and
No,
you
but
know
they're still
what?
closed on Sunday.
There was a thing on Let's Eat over the weekend. Kosher restaurants are closed on Saturdays,
Saturday.
Friday
Saturday,
night
yes.
to Saturday,
Right.
depending
Yes.
on the restaurant. Some woman threw a hissy fit because there was a Bagel Boss that just opened. Bagel Boss is now it's a franchised bagel chain out of New York.
That's a fun one, right? That has the crazy cream cheeses or
No,
whatever.
Bagel Boss is Bagel. I don't know. It's more of a
Okay.
Long Island. There's a whole.
Okay.
There's there's a million.
but they're kosher.
Well, here's the thing. It's up to the franchisee, but they do allow. They have a
Orthodox.
lot of kosher owners and kosher customers. So some of their locations
Oh,
are
closed
on
Shabbos.
Saturday.
Right.
And again, bagel stores. It's not a Friday night thing, but it's a Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
So somebody went to the new Bagel Boss that opened in Boca, and they went on a Saturday morning. As
They'd be
have you ever
upset.
heard of such a thing? I was like, yeah, it's called a
Saturday
kosher
morning.
establishment. Have you ever heard of Chick-fil-A? They closed for religious reasons on Sunday.
Right.
And she took,
I know.
we basically explained
Well,
that.
I
and-
would. I wouldn't. We decided to do it from the very beginning. Once you open up, I think
You
then
set a
it's already
standard.
established. I don't think we would have opened
changed it, right?
changed it.
But once it's established, then people
Right.
know.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
yeah.
long-time customers.
Yeah.
know. So that's it.
so
All right,
it
let's
works
take
out.
our third and final break, and then we will go on about our days, and our long holiday weekend is approaching. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come check out the burgers, dogs, and other great summertime fare here at Gilbert 17th Street Grill in Fort Lauderdale at some point. If you haven't been here, again, everybody, I have never heard a bad word about this place.
Okay, that's so nice.
And on the Let's Eat group, that is quite the accomplishment
impossible.
because they love to complain. Lenore.
Do they really? You're
Yes.
kidding.
Yes, they do.
Oh wow.
All right. Here's to
Sorry.
you on Canada Day, Guayabera Day. We'll be back with more to wrap up this edition of Lunchbox after these words.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're going to wrap up this edition. We're going to wrap up some food, too. I just couldn't eat everything in front of me, but that hot dog was great. The hottest burger was great. You had
That was fantastic.
that bacon onion jam burger, fantastic. As usual, you nailed it.
Nope.
Very good.
This is good.
Thank you, Lenore. Tomorrow we're going to be at Juan's. I was there last night with Val for dinner. Alex is doing great.
Nice.
We're going to be doing a cooking demo. The show is going to be at 2:30
Oh, that's
starting
nice.
time tomorrow. He's going to get a little tabletop burner
walk.
and with a little wok, and
Oh,
he's going to
wow.
have us prepare
Oh,
our
really?
own
Oh,
fried
that's fun.
rice
That'll
or
be fun.
mapo tofu or whatever the case may be. He
Nice.
says, let's have some fun. I said, you
Oh.
better up your liability insurance, buddy, because who
Yeah.
knows what
Putting
can
any of
happen
us.
Right.
if you're going to let us near an open flame. But that's going to be tomorrow. Friday for the 4th of July, we will be having a live show at Gulfstream, our usual Friday fun place for the holiday. Come on out. They're
Nice.
going to have a $40 brunch buffet featuring some of the fall 4th of July classics.
Yep.
That's always fun. Joe Beja. And you know where I'm going for dinner tonight? Defo, you will never in a million years guess.
McDonald's.
Seville.
What's the one phrase we love to say that especially your friend
What?
Jersey Kyle? Shamuja.
Oh, you're going to
Oh, yeah.
Shamuja.
I have not been to Shamuja. We're meeting a friend lives out west.
What is that?
It's a Japanese ramen restaurant,
Go ahead.
and their ramen is and they were one of the founding sponsors on the Lunchbox when we started off on the radio,
Really?
and when we started off on as the Gambling Gourmet on the Defo morning show on AM Sports Talk
Wow.
Radio. But
Nice.
Shamuja, haven't been out there in years, and I just want to, I love a good hot ramen on a
Nice.
steamy July day. So
Perfect.
Shamuja,
Sounds
hopefully,
good.
it is very well regarded. It just won Best Ramen in the Miami New Times annual competition, Reader's Choice Awards. And
Oh.
if you're into the Japanese noodle soups,
Yes.
They do a great job.
his broths, and it's not just the heavy pork broth, but he does one that's like, he calls it a key lime chicken ramen. It's like a chicken broth that he squeezes some key limes in, and he gets the actual real key limes.
Really?
It's delicious. It's light and a little bit
Sounds good.
a little citrusy.
Nice.
Very good. So
Should be fun.
it should be fun. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. No
we'll
problem.
do it again next month.
Yes, definitely.
And I hope the cruise ship people and everybody else keeps
yeah.
streaming in, finding their way here.
Yeah.
The convention center keeps having more and more
Yes.
events. You said there were
Yeah.
wrestling people in here.
We had wrestlers. We had all kinds of fighters. We had.
Do they come wearing their like unitards or whatever those are? those
No,
wrestling
they
people?
kind of wear clothing.
That's good.
I think so. I think so.
I'm ridiculous. Thanks for putting up
That's
with
all
me.
right.
You are.
No problem.
All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow, 2:30 at Juan's. Until then, enjoy every burger, every chicken wing, and enjoy every sandwich.
Okay. All right.